Greetings mortals, this is I, Space the Gamer, and welcome to my review of Dragon Ball Super Chapter 16, Future Trunks Past. And yeah, this chapter changes a lot of things from the anime version of Dragon Ball Super. As the title implies, we're learning more about Future Trunks Past, as confusing as it may sound. We're starting off with him training in the realm of Supreme Kai. It's with Supreme Kai and Kibito. He has all the Supreme Kai clothes that Gohan once had, and he's training with the Z-Sword, surprisingly. And he's very good with it. I'm surprised that someone else than Gohan was able to pull out the sword from the rock, but oh well, I guess anyone strong will do. Then, after complimenting him, Supreme Kai decides to throw at him this hard metal thingy that broke the Z-Sword in the original timeline, but apparently Babidi came to Earth, so they have to hurry and they won't break the Z-Sword this time, because they were training with him, because they knew that Babidi was coming to revive Majin Buu, so they came to Trunks and trained him. Why couldn't they do this in the normal timeline? I mean, they could just go up to the Z-Fighters and train them, prepare them. Future is earlier for the arrival of Babidi, and that would be good. But no, they had to arrive the day in Babidi arrived, and they messed up some major crap back there. But unfortunately, the Supreme Kai wasn't expecting Dabura to show up with Babidi, so they are pretty much screwed over. Trunks is having a hard time fighting with Dabura, and also the Dabura spat on Z-Sword, turning into stone and then blasted to pieces. And I assume that at this moment the old Kai sealed in the Z-Sword was also killed. So yeah, that's a shame. Whoops, the old Kai could have unleashed Trunks' potential, but oh well, no ultimate Trunks for us. And then we see that Trunks finished off Yakon and Pui area. They're lying, they're dead on the ground, which is pretty comedic, because those guys were weak as hell. But our heroes are in quite a pinch. Supreme Kai takes a beating from Dabura, and Kibito is trying out killed right in front of Trunks. And then Babidi decides to force choke Supreme Kai. What are you, Darth Vader? I mean, seriously, this is straight out Star Wars stuff we're seeing here. And that makes Trunks pretty pissed, and he goes Super Saiyan 2. Predictable but effective, and he crushes both Dabura and Babidi. But unfortunately, the Supreme Kai didn't make it. He was quite beat up, so he died, and Beerus along with him. And the whole thing was observed by Goku Black. Apparently he was looking for a timeline when the God of Destruction of Universe 7 doesn't exist, and he found it. So yeah, he's a confirmed time traveler, and he was looking for a timeline without Gods of Destruction. And shortly after that he began his mission to erase all humanity and mortals. And then we cut right back to the present with Future Trunks, Whis, Beerus and all those guys. And Whis is then surprised that Goku Black even knew that the lives of Supreme Kais and God of Destruction were linked, so he deduces that Goku Black must be a god. Well, probably. I doubt he's a god, but seeing how the anime turned out, he may very well be. And then Goku introduces Trunks to Beerus and Whis, because obviously he doesn't know them since Beerus is dead in his timeline, but Whis should be still alive, right? Well, doesn't really matter. Maybe in his timeline he doesn't even want to do anything without a God of Destruction. And then we see Trunks interact with his younger self, and he sees the Kid Mai and recognizes her as the one from his timeline. And then Shu and Pilaf ask if they are two in his timeline, but he says, like in the anime, that he never met them there. And then we go to the future. We see that Goku Black deduces that Trunks probably left this timeline. Like the anime, he knows that right from the start, and he doesn't go after him yet. I don't know if he'll go after him back to the past, to our timeline, but I don't think so. And he shares something very interesting with us. Apparently, he was able to kill all Supreme Kais in all 12 universes, so no more Gods of Destruction. Which is logical, because no one was able to stop him, but that raises one question. Why the hell didn't Zeno interfere? I mean, if all the Gods of Destruction are dead, you'd think that Zeno, Sama, the king of all multiverse, would do something about serious matters such as that. I mean, he can do anything he wishes. He's omnipotent, and he doesn't do crap when all Gods of Destruction and Supreme Kais are dead. I mean, why? That's kinda plot hole right there. And you're not gonna tell me that the Black somehow prevented Zeno from doing anything, because Zeno is at the top of the food chain. He can do anything and cannot be stopped by anyone. I mean, seriously, why isn't Zeno interfering? I mean, oh well, maybe we'll find out eventually. And then we see Mai being licked by a cat, and probably she'll wake up in a moment like she did in the anime. And then we return to the present day. Everyone is eating with future Trunks. Mr. and Mrs. Brief arrive. They have a nice little talk, and they ask Trunks about his comrades in the future. And then he says that he's unfortunately one of the last one, and he's probably the strongest one there, because, as I said earlier, all of the Gods of Destruction and Supreme Kais are dead. Well, them. And then Beerus starts to become too worried. What if Black decides to come to our timeline and screw up things here? Then Whis asks him if he should check out things with Supreme Kais, and Beerus agrees with that, and he also wants to check if any of the girls didn't succumb to evil. I mean, any of the gods in this Dragon Ball world evil? I mean, Beerus is introduced kinda as a villain first, but then there he becomes more like an observer and isn't really evil. It just comes with a job that he has to destroy everything. So yeah, we didn't have really an evil god, of course, besides Zamasu, because Zamasu is evil, as we all know that. Speaking of Zamasu, we go to the Universe 10 and to the Supreme Kai realm, and then we see a fight between Zamasu and Kibito for some reason. They're having quite a contest of strength there, but Zamasu obviously stronger. They're even doing a force push. I mean, seriously, like Anakin and Obi-Wan in the Revenge of the Sith, pushing each other with force, literally. Like they're about to high-five each other, but just pushing each other away with magical pressure or something. And then Zamasu wins. And apparently it was just a sparring match, because for some reason the Supreme Kai of the Universe 7 and Kibito came here to Universe 10. I don't know what were they looking for, but they compliment Zamasu on his strength, and Supreme Kai of our universe, of Universe 7, states that Zamasu, even though he's only a Kaio, a normal Kai, he's probably stronger than any of the Supreme Kais in all universes, which is quite an accomplishment. We saw in the anime that he's probably as strong, maybe a little weaker than Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 form. That was Super Saiyan 2 in the anime, I think. So yeah, that's quite an achievement. And then Zamasu compliments Supreme Kai on defeating Majin Buu in his universe, but and then Supreme Kai tells him that it was a hard job, but they managed to do this even though this is more of a job for the God of Destruction. And then we cut to Beerus, who sneezed because someone talks about him, like always in the anime or in other media. Oh, I think in the anime it's the most common. When someone talks about you behind your back, you have to sneeze, of course. Then Supreme Kai mentions Goku and tells Zamasu that he's a Saiyan who helped out in this battle, and says that he's on par with gods, and Zamasu is like, what? You must be kidding. There's no way some mere mortal can be fighting with gods, and he says that all unnecessary existence should be eliminated. Well, nothing changed between manga and anime. Zamasu is still an evil freak. And then Supreme Kai and Kibito leave, and Gowasu is pissed at Zamasu because he still hasn't learned his lesson about being a god. So he takes him to the big house thingy. It looks like a temple, and then they decide to watch the people on planet Babari, like in anime. And of course the barbarians, like the name implies, they're killing each other, they are ruthless, there's a lot of violence, yada yada yada, with all that stuff. And Zamasu is disgusted with them, sees no point in only observing them. He thinks that they should be eliminated, and so Gowasu brings in the time rings so they could see how well will they do 1000 years in the future. And that's where our chapter ends. So yeah, I like the changes made to the manga. It makes it worth reading when anime is so far ahead, even though that some changes don't really make sense, like why didn't Zeno do anything to Black in the future timeline, but I guess I can let that slip. And I wish they would mention that in the anime that all Supreme Kais are dead and there's no one to stop him. So yeah, and I also like that Trunks used the sword, but it was destroyed, and presumably Oaktai was also killed, but maybe not, maybe he is alive somehow. But yeah, then it's not much different. The only difference is that Kibito sparks with Zamasu and not Goku here, and then they go to the planet Babari in the future. So yeah, I like what Toyotaro is doing, but some changes might be a little, what is the correct word, unnecessary? I mean, like the time when Goku used his Super Saiyan God against Kid, which was kinda a worse thing than what anime did. But yeah, I guess we can't have it all. Next time we'll see Zamasu and Gowasu go into the future of Babari, and we'll hopefully find out more about Black. But I guess we'll find out more about Black not so long from now. The anime is back this week, and it's only 2 days from now. So I guess I'll see you then. But if you like this reaction slash review, then please like, rate, comment and subscribe. I look forward to my next review. So, until then, Space the Gamer, signing out. Peace, folks.